movies that I made here, and just going to show you how talented I am, because the doctor at the Syria hospital says that I have grandiose belief. So grandiose beliefs mean that you think you're better than what you are. So I'm just going to show you how talented I am. And I'd play this song right here for you. I found beats online, reggae beats online, and I dubbed over it with, I made a reggae song talking my Jamaican accent on. And I'm a white guy, but, I just found out, I went to YouTube and I'm like Jamaican accent, and then I made a song based on that. And it's pretty good, but they made it so at the Syria hospital, you couldn't hear me sing over the music, because their penis heavy is quite strong here. And because I have more talent than my foreskin that got cut off than these people have. So anyways, this is me doing a double kick, so I'll just show you here. So you can see that that's about 6 feet. I'm 6 feet tall, so this was 6 feet high. So I just did a double kick with two hats, and you can see how I made it look effortless. And then, so let's see. Now I'll go to YouTube. I go by, my name's Christian Eric Arnie Meyer. I go by Chris Meyer Diggins, or Eminence Cristiano Meyer Diggins, or Godfrey Oliver Deity, or Smarticus, the Greek god of sarcasm. And I guess I could go by Blonde Adonis, the Greek god of orgasm. Because I was given by this woman named Leslie when I was 15. She was about 19, and she gave me, she would call me the Blonde Adonis. So this is this video right here, father and son with evolutionary genes. I throw a football. I'm about 25 yards away, and 25 to 32 yards away, and I throw it once, and I hit the crossbar. I was within 6 inches left or right of. I'll tell you that. I was within 6 inches left or right of the target, and then my son was filming, so then he walked over, you pause it, he walked over with a soccer ball, and he did the same thing. He was over 5 feet tall at the time. When you see him, he looks incredibly short in this video, because, people, that's how awesome he is. He did with one attempt, but I'm just looking in the mirror here, so I'm just going to show you here. People, this is how they aged me on film here. Perfect. They aged me on film because they didn't like the Blonde Adonis, the Greek god of orgasms. This is my natural voice. When I use my natural voice, women they cannot handle it. Right, I hit them right in the panties, right in the panties. I did write a song. I guess I'll play that after. I did write a song called Panty Remover. But I'll show you what I looked like yesterday when I didn't have wrinkles. Actually, I'm going to walk to the door, and my wrinkles are going to disappear. I have evolved human biology, so I'm going to walk to the door, and my wrinkles are going to disappear on film. And told you that the wrinkles disappeared on film. I filmed that. Oh, they're coming back now. You can see how fast they come back, because the Canadian government allows people to mutilate my telomeres. But you can see how that's all right for this. But you can see how in this picture here how my wrinkles disappeared on film. So oh well, I kind of want to do this, but so I guess I'll go with the father and son genes, because that's what I was going to play. So this is the first attempt. So this shows how physical prowess. So anyways, I guess I was going to say this. Playing soccer, like hockey on ice. I played maybe like 3 weeks of hockey on ice. And Drew Bledsoe, a football player, he said that inside of your shoulder, you use it to aim and hit a target, right? So I watched that on TV, and then I utilized it. Who knows? I might have told him that subconsciously or whatnot or whatever, right? But consciously, he told me back. So, anyways, I was able to use just that information and to become more accurate at hockey. I was with 3 weeks of hockey practice on ice. I was within an inch or two of the puck marks on boards, hitting the targets, just with only 3 weeks of practice. on ice. My dad, Barry John Diggins Sr., he had a tryout for the NHL when there's only 6 teams, and he went to a party and ended up missing the flight, so he missed his opportunity to go pro. And his dad, officially Jack Diggins, John Alexander Diggins, he turned down a Cincinnati Reds contract in 1942 because he didn't think he'd be able to have a house in Cincinnati and then a house in Toronto for my grandmother, my dad at the same time. So he turned down a professional baseball contract. So I could jump kick 8-foot ceiling. And when my son was born, I was like, yeah, all the time at the bar. Like when I went to the bar, like 2 days later, and guys, they start getting aggressive with me all night long. So at the end of the night, I'm like, okay, Mom, the next guy that gets aggressive with me, I'm going to defend myself. And so I did. And this guy, got aggressive with me. I pushed him. He came to make an advance at me, and I counter punched him and knocked him out. And then next thing you know, 3 guys approached me all at once, like at the same time. They're like this. So like just say there's 3 guys. So I knocked at the first guy before the second guy could punch me. Knocked at the second guy before the third guy could punch me. Knocked at the third guy before the third guy could punch me. The next thing you know, the crowd formed around me, and guys just kept on coming at me. Like I believe I knocked out like 13 guys, 12, 13 guys that want but nonstop, and I threw 12, 13 punches. They threw exactly 0 against me. So if the UFC was acclaimed as what it is now, as a kid, I would have been a UFC fighter. I would have dominated the UFC. Like I had this little brother move, and because I had a little brother, but little brother move is when they go on the back, they put up their legs. So I have a special move for that when they're on their back. I call it the little brother move. But I did some WWE theatrics because I'm Smartacus. I do these Greek god sarcasm moves. Like I got hospitalized the day that I was talking about how for over thousands of years, people are like, well, did the egg come before the chicken, or did the chicken come before the egg? Wow, what a crazy thought. Like, let's think about this for thousands of years. So first of all, it's like, there goes the egg. Okay, there's the egg. Okay, so the first thing the egg is like, okay, I better get my ass up in a tree so I don't get eaten. Because most birds' nests are up in trees. So then out comes its legs. Out comes its wings. Out comes its head with its little beak. It just has this little beak. So it's like, okay, it has this eggshell around it. It's like, okay, now, I better pick up my 5 eggshell pieces because I just made 5 holes in my shell. So it's like, okay, I could do this. I'm going to climb a tree. So it climbs a tree. I'm going to find some branches. And it's like, okay, I'm going to build a nest. I'm going to build myself a home. So it builds a home. And then it's like, okay, I got a home. I got a home now. And then, it's almost like these little puzzle pieces. Right, so the 5 eggshell pieces, they would have been all different shapes, and or the little circle things with the triangle and the square that you get your baby as a kid, and then your baby's like trying to put the square in the circle at first because your baby's like diminished intelligence at first because it's just a baby, it's just learning, but then after a while figures it out, right? So with the super egg, it must have to do this quite a few times, right? So it'd be like 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 times 5. Right, like at least, right? So it would be a lot of combinations. So 5 times 5 is 25, times 5 is 125, times 5 is 625, times 5 would be 3,125. And so there would be that many combinations at least, and for it to figure it out. So we'd have to try to 3,125 different times to make it so each of the 5 eggshell pieces would fit exactly back into its original hole, right? So then all of a sudden it's like, okay, I could now retract my legs and my body just like a fucking turtle, right? So in comes its legs, in comes its wings, in comes its head, and its little beak, and then now I was able to weld when using its eyes to weld the eggshell shut. And then it's like, okay, what do I need next? I got my home, I got my nest. And it's like, okay, I need to incubate it. So I'm evolved human biology. Once again, there's 500 shark species. There's 11,000 bird species, and there's 3 human species. I'll show you this after this. But so for your species is different than mine, and so for thousands of years, you didn't even consider how the fuck did the egg incubate itself. Right, and if the egg came first, right, it just would have been first of all, the egg is full of yolk, and full of yolk, so the egg just would have plopped out, and it would have been defenseless on the ground. It would have been crushed. It would have been eaten, right? Like how it couldn't have rolled itself to a depression. So it would have been impossible for the egg to come first. But your species postulated for thousands of years. Like people wrote theses that have PhDs and like that are supposed to be pretty smart, right? And you thought for thousands of years that the egg came before the chicken. Some people, right? And another thing, people thought for like 2 to 10% of Americans currently believe that the Earth is flat. So if the Earth is flat, like I'll just show you this cup here. This cup. So this would be the sun. So every day they look up and they see a round sun. They see a round sun. And then every once a month they see a round moon. But they're like, hey, the Earth must be flat, even though I see a round sun and a round moon. And Spartacus doesn't think that makes sense at all, guys. I'll tell you why. Because so now, like, just say this is the flat Earth. So the flat Earth goes around the sun, right? We can tell this during an eclipse that the Earth goes around the sun. So anyways, the flat Earth is going around the sun January, February, March, April, May, June, July. And once it got to July, it'd be right here. So underneath the flat Earth would be getting sun. So it'd be dark for 6 months of the fucking year, you idiots. Right. So you never thought, like when you look up and see this round sun and once a month a round moon. So this is why I got hospitalized, because I was making a video like this. I was panhandling because the government keeps me poor. I'll show you how talented I am in a minute with my videos. But so the government keeps me poor. So I was making this emasculating video, this video that makes some men like their penis look. I got a big penis, but then when Spartacus talks, it goes right down to that size. And so you seen how I aged on film and how my wrinkles appeared on film. It's because I'll just show you that I have different back muscles than there's like. So anyways, I guess I'll show you this woman here. Her name's Helena. My family went to a royal wedding in right here it says the 28th of August, and at the bottom here 1871 at a castle, Princess Louise. So it was this wedding right here, Princess Louise, and you can see how I kind of look like this woman and this man. So they were at the wedding, and my family, this guy right here, his name's Colin Campbell. He was a field marshal. He had kids with Helena, like the woman that this woman right here. Her son's name is Christian, and she was Princess Christian. And my name's Christian. So I'm just showing you some of this proof here. So anyways, there's 3 human biologies on the planet. So there's 3 different species of humans. So Queen Victoria's oldest daughter was Augustus Victoria. This is what she looked like as a child. This is what my daughter looks like as a child. People are hacking in augmented reality. That's what she looked like as a child. And this is what my daughter looked like as a child. They look identical. And this is what Edward Dave looks like. He looks identical to me when I was younger. And he's more than likely, I think he's my grandfather actually. But so this guy right here has like generation 1 biology. And they try to make me say evolved human biology. He doesn't. That guy is this guy has generation 1 biology. And then this is my son. He has generation 1.5 biology because he has different back muscles than generation 1 biology. And then I have generation 2 biology. You can see how I have a V that no man has on the planet. So once again, this is generation 1 biology. They're trying to make it seem like it's opposite. But this is generation 2 biology, this V right here. So there's 3 different species of human on the planet. So here's my DNA map. I'll show you right here. So most people have 3 different countries on their DNA profile. I have over 150 countries on the profile. And you can see here, these numbers right here that are missing, those are telomeres. Telomeres are responsible for aging. So, and these are the emperors, czars, kings, sultans, and emirs DNA. And so those telomeres are responsible for age, and that's why my wrinkles were able to disappear on film. So I'll just show you here. This is, once again, this is June 29th, 2025 at 9:39 a.m. And then this is June 29th, 2025 at 9:38 a.m. 1 minute beforehand, you can see the wrinkles I had under my eyes. So this is the government allowing people to edit my telomeres and to violate me chemically. But I'll just go back to showing you how talented I am. So I forget if I played the video with my son throwing the football and me, well, kicking the soccer ball and me and throwing the football. So I'll just play it again since it's only 19 seconds. So here's all the perpetrators right here that are trying to set me up today. So once again, that was my first attempt, and this is my son's second attempt. My son's first attempt. Club's coming.
I worked on it yesterday.
Grocery store and grab somebody. So I'll just show you right there. There's all the perpetrators that are in close proximity. And so my name's Christian Eric Arnie Meyer once again. And so the odds of putting a guy on the straight flush were, so it's 72,193 times 72,193 times 4,165 times 659, I believe, times 45 times, well, 3 times 659. And times 45 times 3 times 20. So the odds were 1 in 3.455 quadrillion. So let's see. I did math. So here's the math right here, because there was 2 straight flush possibilities. There's 1 4 of a kind possibility. There was 3 full house possibilities. There was 1 3 of a kind possibility and 3 2 pairs possibility. So it's 394. Okay, 46 and 320. Even though I said it's really, when I looked online, it said it was 1 in 72,193. It should be slightly higher than this number. But you can see I'm accurate. I put them on film. Bananas for some bread and royal flush draw. Let's see how this works out. It's only $2. I have to call because I have the nut flush, but I'm certainly calling this because there's the straight flush. So a nut flush in Texas Hold'em poker is the best possible flush you could have other than a straight flush or a royal flush. So I think he might have to... So if you look, there's the 9, 10, Jack, Queen of clubs. So there could have been the 8 of clubs or the King of clubs. There could have been he could have had pocket queens in his hand, which would have gave the 4 of a kind. You could have had pocket jacks, and then the 2 queens, which would have gave him a full house, the high full house. Then the middle full house would be pocket 10s and the 2 queens. And then the low full house would be pocket 9s and the 2 queens. He could have had 1 queen in his hand for a 3 of a kind, and then he could have had a jack in his hand and the 2 queens for a 2 pair, and then a 10 in his hand and 2 queens for a 2 pair, and a 9 in his hands and the 2 queens for a 2 pairs. So the odds were 1 in 3.455 quadrillion. So you would have had to play 20 million hands for 172 million different lifetimes for this situation to occur. And I put them on film. I put them on a straight flush, and I only got 40 views because Canada has a censorship bill because to hide the fact that I have evolved human biology, and so they secretly experiment on me, and to hide, to prevent me from being famous, basically. I didn't even want to be famous, but I have evolved biology, so I have to become famous to represent. Like, I doubled my money on the stock market in 16 days before I got ripped off a fourplex. It was 4 2-bedroom apartments. In 2025, the income would be $5,300. I got ripped off an innovation company. Like basically, you could. Well, I'll play this video first, and then I'll explain my innovations. So basically, like I posted this online already. Like, they could have a solar still, and So once again, I'm a blonde type boy. Like, I have to say this because people use augmented reality to try to play my claim in the system. So they could have a solar still. Basically, a solar still is like just say there's cups right there. The solar still would say be from this white line to this white line. It might be a vessel that you would have like a big pot, and then you take the big pot, you'd put water like salt water or dirty water in here, and then you have a roof like this, and then a roof like on this side going down like this, and then it evaporates on the angle, and then the water drops, and then condensation makes it drip into a cup, making you have drinking water. So for ocean liners, they could have their life rafts could have solar stills, about 6 to 8 solar stills, to be able to make it so should these people be abandoned at sea or whatnot, if the ship goes down, they could at least turn salt water into drinking water, right? So nobody's ever done this, right? And they could also have a buoy in the middle to kind of stabilize it, and also that could have fishing gear and possibly a barbecue to cook the fish, right? So nobody did that, and so another idea I gave recently was is when you have glasses on. And sometimes people need hearing aids. So like I was at the grocery store and I'm standing there. I'm like, okay, wow, that's strange. Like that sucks. The poor guy, he has glasses and then he also has to wear hearing aids. But nobody ever put hearing aids in the glasses frames, right? So like, because if you wear glasses and you have hearing aids, why wouldn't you just have frames that had hearing aids already built in? So you just have one device rather than having to have two different separate devices, right? So there's like 2 innovations I'm giving away for free because I like to help people. But then a third one is sharks are susceptible to electricity, basically. So you could have a buoy, like say a buoy floats in the water, right? So here's a beach. There's a buoy that has an electrical signal. So if sharks were to swim by the buoy, they would be repelled, and then people wouldn't be bitten by sharks at beaches anymore. So there's 3 ideas that I gave you away, right? So this doctor, yesterday, I showed him some proof, and I'm like, I'm gonna sue you, I'm gonna charge you, and I'm gonna sue you. He's like, well, you're not gonna get much. I don't have much money. I was like, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna sue you just out of principle, motherfucker. I'm the smartest guy ever. I'm gonna get my kingdoms, and then I'm gonna be the richest man that's ever lived. I could invent at will, and so I'm gonna sue him and just crush him. You're gonna get deported. But anyway, so I'm going to go back to showing how talented I am. So this next video, I'm going to show you how I'm able to do math and have a conversation at the same time. So use 2 parts of my brain, basically. And nobody could do this unless they have quantum computing in their brain, like artificial intelligence. So I haven't moved, and I lost internet connection for a second. So here we go.
See who I am. But I'm going to write down any 2 numbers and simultaneously talk while I'm doing some math. And the numbers are going to be 78 times 48. So 78 times 48. So being able to think about my brain and the influence for quantum computing is very simple, because I'm able to do this because I have that genetic advantage that other people don't have. So very simply, I was able to come up with 3,744. Let's see if I'm right.
So that's the correct answer. You can watch the rest of the video. So in this one, 3 ways to save civilization. Once again, I'm the smartest human that ever lived because I have evolved human biology. I'm a human too. There's 3 species of human. So our telecommunication satellites, you could some are protected by the magnetosphere, but some aren't. And so you could have them. You could have all our telecommunication satellites have a magnetic field that protects it from coronal mass ejections, and which are solar flares. The last time one hit Earth, it took out the telegraph wires and set them on fire. Right. So now our heavy reliance on the internet and for telecommunication, we'd be knocked back to the Stone Age, right? Because we don't have the infrastructure that we used to have. So then, and we're overdue. It could any day a solar flare could hit Earth and then knock out life. Life as we know would change. So another way we could we can save Earth is to have satellites orbiting the planets in the solar system looking for. So here's perpetrators right here that are trying to play me as these roles. Once again, like you can see me getting wrinkled on film. So I'm just going to walk to the door again. And so we could have satellites orbiting the solar systems and it could be looking for asteroids that are coming to hit Earth from the trajectory of the sun, basically making it very hard to see. If it comes from the trajectory of the sun, now we have very little warning from Earth's perspective, but from different planets in the solar system, we could have years and months. So you could see how my wrinkles disappeared. That's why I had to take my face off film. So this was that looks like 25 minutes. So I'm just gonna make another quick video after this. So anyways, then the third way is there's currently people like myself included turn the world into an organic computer, and so we could use the nanotechnology that's in the atmosphere to reflect some of the heat from the sun, especially around the depleted region of the ozone, and it would cool the Earth to the ideal temperature for biological life on Earth. So that's 3 ways to save civilization. So now I'll play a comedy video I made because I go by Smarticus, the Greek god of sarcasm, and then I'll play a song called Panty Remover. And then, well, I guess Poker Dance. I'll play Poker Dance first because this is like my theme song. If I was at a final table, like you know how you have an entrance song for oh yeah, I want to show this. I'll show this one first.
So I'm gonna.
So like, if you have an entrance song for like an MMA fighter, prize fighting, you'd have.
I guess I gotta do it over here, so it's all more space. It's my last name's Meyer. That was the first one. This one I got.
That was at 40. They didn't allow me to have abs until I was almost 47. They didn't allow me to drink or dunk a basketball till I was 36 years old. My resting heart rate was about 25 beats per minute at that time, and that was inflated. It should be even lower than that.
So this is a poker dancer. He's the poker dancer. He knows the answer. He makes the bets. She gets wet with temptation. He's a sensation that people be craving. He's so amazing. From nation to nation, his sensation, a living legend. His acts are never mentioned. He tries to liberate your mind. It's only a matter of time until he shines, because he is the poker dancer. He knows the answer. He makes
Chris Meyer Diggins, Christian Eric Arnie Meyer, Eminence Meyer Diggins, and Godfrey Oliver D.D.
the bets. She gets wet with temptation. He's a sensation that people be craving. He's so amazing. She shows a grin, much to his chagrin. At bet, flushed with sweat, he calls the sea the river. She makes her best bluff, holding a royal. He surely bluffs.
Bust her.
Because he is the poker dancer. He knows the answer. He makes the bets. She gets wet with temptation. He is a sensation that people be craving. He is so amazing. So I could read that time, and that's how without my eyes being.
So my eyes get hacked sometimes, and so I'll just show you here. So this is technology. This letter was from my son about 6 years ago. Dad, in my English class, sometimes my eyes turned red and blue. My vision, it was like I was staring at the light while I was doing my work. Only in my English class. It's because we have technology in our eyes against our will. Like there's a surveillance system, a subliminal surveillance system, and you can see how there's a face there that looks like myself, Christian Eric Arnie Meyer, because I run the system. And so the government of Canada put subliminal into services. So now that was so that wasn't what I was here for. So I'm just going to pause this for a second. So I'm just going to show you here. I have a little thing for poker. So I've been ranked professional on a real money poker website 4 times, and on this website here, there's professional. I'm ranked all-star, and I played. I think several. No, I didn't play any more continental. I played 2 more nationals and 1 world. But I played at this point. I played 5 national tournaments. I won 3, and I was in the money 4 times. So now I've won 3 out of 7. I'm in the money 4 out of 7. Played 1 continental tournament. I won it, or 2 continental tournaments. I won 1 of them, and I played 1 world tournament. I lost. I knew I was going to lose the world tournament because there was a player there that I knew was going to cheat, and they did. So I changed my name to "You Let Cheats Win." I put I came first out of 8,000 in a poker tournament, came first out of 1462 in a tournament, and I came first out of 1252 in a tournament. And so I'm one of the best poker players on the planet. And so I'll just play a new song. This is How Well You Can Fish and How Many Satisfied Ladies is what I call it.
I'm just going to make a little video here, and, because I go by Smarticus when I make these movies. I'm the Greek god of sarcasm. So let's just see here. So I'm just going to show you what because currently I'm at the Syria hospital, and they're trying to say I have mental health issues. So February 9, 2024, a study published in the journal Neural Image reveals that recognizing sarcasm signals a healthy brain, and that sarcasm is a versatile communication. Wow, Smarticus, thanks for teaching us that. Wow, Smarticus, no problem, guys. I do this all the time. So anyways, ladies, remember, not every guy's irrepressible, right? So when it comes to penis, just because you have a big fishing rod doesn't make you the best fisherman, right? So guys, rise to the occasion, right? And don't make it awkward. And finish strong. And just show you some here. And remember that Meyer's the best back pow in the industry. And here's the proof. Remember, satisfied customers. So remember, guys, long and thin slides right in, and short and thick does the trick.
That's what a prostitute must have said, because that's an expression. And just because he has just because he has a big fishing rod doesn't mean he's the best fisherman, ladies. There's some guys that are that will rock your world, but not that big of a fishing rod, so to speak. So what I just got one song, so I did that. I'll play a song that I haven't played in a while. So there's some I guess I'll play comedy. Here's some of the comedy I did, and then I'll play a song before end the video.
So this is kind of a.
They made me spit there, so it
started. It's like kind of comedic poetry. I'm your comedic laugh artist because I'm the smartest and they're not. They lack consistent thought, mental sloth, in how they'll rot. Their O-R-Con is a forever song that I see through, and the story is gray, shows government complicity at every level, charter rights violations for one of God's creations. I am Moby, and they're a dick. They never get more than a tip. Their perception is shit. I'm super quick. I'll add a comedic twist, but the point would be mute. It can no longer be debated. It can never be overstated, no matter how I conversate it. They're how do I say this? I love this word. I just learned it yesterday. So they're hacking my ability to remember. It's like avaricious or something like that. Avaricious. But they're hacking my brain's ability to say it because they suck. Avaricious is the word, but. Avaricious. So no matter how I conversate it, they're avaricious, so I'll tax their ass like Uncle Sam's runs his account, and nobody will get a pass. Fuck no! It doesn't matter what my old doctor used to say to me, I could never fucking understand him. So this is a poker dancer.
So that's why I wrote a song about my doctor called Delicensed. So it's funny because I went to the CCB hearing, and he has a thick African accent, and he wasn't taken out like when I would speak, I speak with perfect English. When I would say something important, I would be like incomprehensible, right? But this doctor with a thick African accent that sounded just like that in the comedy video, it never said incomprehensible to him, ever, and he said that I was hospitalized when I wasn't hospitalized, so I'll play this one.
I'm gonna make a little video here, part of my Bandcamp series. I'm gonna hit this one out of the park. Might be a little bit crooked like most politicians. Anyways, I was driving my car through the parking lot, just having fun, singing songs. Next thing you know, I see this car drifting towards other cars, right? I thought it was Google, so I put on my best Zoolander face. It wasn't. So next thing you know, I had to pull over, stop my car, hop in there, put it in gear and stop it. And then I was waiting for the victory parade, nobody was around.
That's a true story.
Life in Canada. In July, you look outside.
That's the truth. So these are some of my videos. If you go to Chris Meyer Diggins, they're the older videos before. Oh, here we go. I can play this song. I haven't played this one.
This is a little jingle I made. I hate Canada. I hate Canada. I hate Canada. All they do is import terrorists to terrorize me. They steal my attributes. They flood my brain with estrogen. Fuck you, Canada. The fools made me buy it.
So you can watch the rest of it. I just want to play that part. But anyways, that's past the statute of limitations, and we're not in what's the name of the state? It's Thursday. I'm not in America, anyways. So I guess I'll play this one. It's called Dude in a Brit accent.
Walking heels and what have you, right? So, but then they just try to hijack his psyche to the bottom left, so that showed the little perpetrator. But anyways, this is a fun song, and I'm gonna do it in a Brit accent. So let's see how it goes. Now that nobody's around me. I'm a ninja, just for fun. I'm a Singapore, never been, but they yell encore. Keep wanting more. For good people, I'm always on the score. Even if they died, I got the fire in my eyes. Sharp with the games, I keep getting fame. To those that complain in the ranks of insane, they play the switch, culpable little men and bitches. Especially big or small, if we tango, they surely would fall since I'm a ninja. The hypocrisy is easy for me to see. Cheerio, not my cup of tea. Seen behind the curtain, with death they'd be flirting, young through old. Getting all you freaks, all I hear is what the devil speaks. By your feet, your complicity, always hacking me to see the metrics in the subliminal realm as my feet have to be hacked by technology, by multiple people, as I can feel these parasites as that car drove by, the sound of the car. Connected to me, I hunt their psyche, which is easy for me. I own their soul, because I'm life's test. They sold it to the devil, and he is my bitch. Because I could never voluntarily sell my soul, even if I were to see it. So I'm free from its grasp. You electronic violators are a pain in my ass. They tried to make it look like there was a double space between electronic violators, but there wasn't. I'm a ninja. I got moves like Jean-Claude Van Damme. They have to compete as an AI man, aka a cyborg, but they're in my world. Bring them back to school. They drop in rankings. They just got a spanking. I'm a ninja with sarcasm, angles they couldn't even fathom, never condescending. If I did, you were a prick, as I'm easy and slick, like James Bond, I'm always on. That's my fans laughing.
Well, this song's pretty funny too. Asshole 2 by Eminence Meyer Diggins. 46 years old athleticism. So I'm going to play Panty Remover. I haven't played Panty Remover in a while. So this video here, I got pimples at 47. Typically only 12% of women get pimples at 47. The doctor's saying that I have schizoaffective disorder. Typically women from 18 to 35 get that, not 47-year-old men. So the scar on my face is gone, so you can see how video twice. So I wrote the song Getting Lit, and in the song Getting Lit, it says like basically I wanted to take her home to unwrap her. She had the X Factor, and then this you said it's not in here. Then this black woman in Toronto in December, she used my lines on. She said that she wanted to take me home like a Christmas present and unwrap me. So I only have 20 views for Getting Lit, so she must have secretly watched the video. So where is Panty Remover? Salacious, delicensed, laid back, He-Man, She-Ra. She fits like a glove. Okay, well, I won't play that. I'll play I do have a song called Panty Remover, but it is pretty good. But I'll play a funny song instead. It's called Grandma Panties. It's on my TikTok account. She started wearing grandma panties like her ass died, and I cried like 1,000,000 times. That's how the song goes. That's my funny song. Okay, the guy my time, like I pressed the profile video. That's one chair. Holy. Yeah, they're pretty. So here was the loser that was trying to get on my video. So, I'll wait. They're trying to make me close the app now, but they're emasculated by my presence, so I'm gonna wait. The video doesn't stop recording. They're hoping it does, because I called that guy a loser, and he's a loser. He's gonna get executed for hacking my phone. They did this yesterday. I was the guy's a loser. The government allows anybody to violate my property here. Okay, which video is it? That's not it.
So this is my fun song, Cheeky Panties.
So Cheeky Panties, how much fun is that? What is there?
So this is my, I don't know what to call it, like it's a funny song. It's my funny song. She started wearing grandma panties like her ass died, and I cried 1,000,000 times. What did I ever do to that ass? We used to have a blast. I used to grab, then you gave me that sass. Then we would make time, which I thought was never bad. Your ass never looked sad. Then she started wearing grandma panties like her ass died, and I cried 1,000,000 times. You dress like a midlife crisis. Why do you make me feel lifeless? You wear your hair like you don't care. She started wearing grandma panties like her ass died, and I cried 1,000,000 times. You dress like a midlife crisis. Why do you make me feel lifeless? You wear your hair like you don't care. Grandma panties aren't for me. You see, I am a man, and those grandma panties got to go. They make you look old and slow. You'll be a decrepit widow by killing me slow with those grandma panties. Unleash that ass. We could have a blast like we used to before you became complacent, like we split rent. She started wearing grandma panties like her ass died. I cried 1,000,000 times. You dress like a midlife crisis. Why do you make me feel lifeless? You wear your hair like you don't care. I want to liberate your ass compared to when we met. It's a stark contrast. Pretty soon, it is the minivan queue, and bingo will be the new you. So this is my.
So that that was my, I every time I did a circle, I'm showing subliminal all the perpetrators that are trying to make me crash this video, but it doesn't. It just keeps recording, so it's just an inconvenience. So, but anyways, they're all going to be executed in the future because I'm the true king. I showed how all their criminal culpability in every way that they commit crime. And I showed it to my robots because my robot system is the only thing that can be trusted. Human perpetrators, they're too culpable. So panty maneuver. So that's the name of the song. So let's see. It should show up. That's the exact name of the song. Let's see how many searches I have to do to find my song. Let's see. Okay. Panty remover. So that's the exact name of my song. Well, I guess I'll have more people had panty remover. It's panty remover, Chris. Higgins. Let's see. So what was it under Chris Diggins? So it must be Eminence Diggins. It must be on TikTok. That sucks. TikTok is I guess I'll play referee then, but instead. Referee is pretty good too. I don't have any music to it. It's not an instrumental because I was gonna redo it at the Toronto Reference Library. They have an iPad that I could have did it on, but they have in the hospital here, so that's why I'm making these videos to try to showcase my, because they say I have grandiose beliefs, right? So I'll play Summer in Those Jeans instead. It's a country song I wrote.
Country song I wrote called Summer in Those Jeans. You look like summer in those jeans. If you could only see what I see, you look perfect to me. Every night get you scuffed in those sheets with me. You feel like summer every time we meet, making every paycheck ends meet. Got me loving you in those jeans. Summer every time we meet. You feel like summer every time we meet, making every paycheck ends meet. Got me loving you in those jeans. Summertime every time we meet. You feel like summer every time our eyes greet. Even when you just stroll down the Chesapeake. You look like summer in those jeans. If you could only see what I see. You look perfect to me. Every night get you scuffing those sheets with me. You feel like summer every time we meet. Making every paycheck ends meet. You got me loving you in those jeans. Summertime every time we meet.
It's really catchy.
You feel like summer every time we meet. Making every paycheck ends meet. Got me loving you in those jeans. Summertime every time we meet. So this is the gray hair I have now. So I don't have the gray hair that I did underneath it.
So my gray hair has changed since I've been at the hospital here. So where is it? So I guess I'll play one more song if I can find it. No, I won't. This is annoying me. So anyways, that's it. So it shows what I could do. let's see if how wrinkled I am. So it's pretty strange that the camera was facing away when every single other time it was facing towards me, like it should have been. So here's the perpetrators that hacked the camera. Anyways, that is the end of my video. My name is Christian Eric Arnie Meyer, and you can see how talented I am. And then so here is what the doctor looks like. That said I had grandiose beliefs, and my half sister, she calls him Dr. Obaba, Dr. Obaba, Brandy, Dr. Obaba, like a little kid that's mentally retarded, and I'm like, so I intentionally did that. I wanted to get wrinkled on film so I could walk to the door again and watch the wrinkles disappear. So let's see. And you can see how the wrinkles disappeared right on cue. You guys are like little puppets. I just played you like a little fucking puppet.